Welcome to the High Stakes Fantasy Network podcast, brought to you by PlayNFC.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the High Stakes Fantasy Network. I'm your host, Greg Ambrosius, and we have a special Footballguys Online Championship live stream tonight with $300,000 on the line. And I'm bringing in Wil Miles, will be my guest tonight. Wil won only a mere $250,000 in 2023. Wil, how you doing tonight?
Good, Greg. Great to see you, and hey, I can't wait to just showcase another opportunity to draft here on NFFC.
Absolutely. We've been doing a lot of these live streams. Other people have been doing live streams. You've been on other people's live streams. I mean, this is the new content in fantasy football, right?
It's growing like wildfire, man. It really took off, I feel like, a year or two ago, and I love it. It's a community keeps growing, has their own takes, and they just put it all out there.
Absolutely. All right. It's a little dark in my place right now because we have this Canadian wildfire smoke here. I don't know if you have it there. I know the East Coast does, but my God, you haven't been able to go outside for 2 days. It's been so smoky out here. It's crazy. I'm up at my cabin, and it was clear blue skies today, but you couldn't see anything. It was just Canadian smoke. I mean, the worst I've ever seen it right now.
Yeah. No, I feel for y'all, man. And again, all prayers go up to that region of the country, and I hope it just clears out soon. We're getting little effects, I think, here in Virginia, but it's not as drastic, obviously. So.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, we're going to have some fun tonight. All right, we're going to have a third guest in. I hope you don't mind. We're going to bring in NFFC veteran Dave Martino. Dave, thanks for joining us tonight.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good.
Hey,
we're
Dave.
going to have some fun tonight, right?
Hey, Wil. Yeah, absolutely. I'm getting excited. So this is my 10th draft, I think. And, I look forward to seeing the guys at the GST, and also I'll be in Vegas as well. So it's gonna be fun.
I know you're doing both of them, right? You're doing Las Vegas and New York. Wil, I know you were in New York last year. Was that your second year that you were there?
Yes, sir. And third one coming up this year.
And what do you think of that? A little fun up there?
Oh, Vaccaro's place is a ball. Like I broadcast to everybody. It was the best live experience ever. Can't wait for year 3.
Nice. All right. Well, he promises as much food, as much drinks as last time. And I know the drinks were more than the food. So it should be a lot of fun, though. All right. Wil, I'll go to you first. What are we seeing in these online championship drafts right now? I mean, a lot of different roster builds. You were talking about one you had a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah. So pretty much I've seen a big shift from the start of April and May where it was kind of a balanced build, Greg, a little bit. Like a lot of running backs were pushed up. You saw a lot of 3 running back builds. But, man, that yellow wave has come aboard. And once again, like always, it's a 3 wide out format, so why not?
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot, and, people are taking risks. Dave, I was telling Greg, and everyone else can hear this too, one draft I was in, I went at the 12th hole. I did London, Igbuka. Bowers fell back in the 3rd round. And I simply looked at my partner. I partnered with a guy named Greg. And I thought Colson Loveland was the best pick. So we doubled up tight ends.
Yep.
Wow.
We did that live stream. We did it for sure. All right, let's get one more guy in here. Why not? 3's not too many. 4 is not a crowd for sure. Nelson Sousa is going to join us tonight. Nelson, we're going to start in about 20 seconds. But, man, you've been doing an awful lot of these as well. Wil says it's been kind of changing the last couple of weeks. Do you believe the same thing?
I do. I think that as we get closer to August, we're going to see wide receivers get pushed up a little bit more. And we're going to see the running backs get pushed down. And it's going to be one of those things where some people are going to zag and go running back heavy, and other people are going to kind of, follow along and make sure they get their receivers.
Yep.
So there should be some interesting builds here in August.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, there were like 7 running backs going in the first round early on. Now we're seeing 6, but some of them are being pushed back even more. So it'll be interesting to see. Wil, you have the 2nd pick, I believe, tonight.
I did, and I try to wear some good juju to get that guy, but that didn't happen. That's okay. It's all right. I'll take the next guy.
Are you going to take the jersey off then?
No. I'll commit to the bid.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I mean, it can go either way, right? I talked about in auctions, they go for like 59, 57. One time it's Gibbs 59, the next time Bijan's 59, right? So it can go either way. It's almost a flip of a coin this year.
It is, and both are just all the talent of the world. Dave and Nelson
are on deck.
Those are the top end guys. So
yeah, absolutely. Dave, we can say what your pick is if you want to announce who you picked.
Well,
or we can keep you anonymous.
We need, I mean, the first 6 picks are done. Like, if he doesn't take Amon-Ra,
yeah,
I mean, that's who I'm going to take. But I'm probably, has he picked yet?
No, he hasn't picked yet. No.
Yeah.
He's got about
no. Can anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So that's who I was going to pick.
Okay.
That's who I was going to pick at 7. So, and actually, I don't have any shares of Amon-Ra. So
easy pick.
It worked out well for me.
All right. So Nelson, you had the 4th pick. I was thinking Dave had the 4th pick, but you had the 4th pick. Do you want one of those top 4 picks? Is it kind of like a no-brainer when you're at 4? You just get what's left over, or what's the thought there?
Yeah, I think Amon-Ra is super solid. So I actually think it's like a top 5 for me. And that's who I have in my top 5. But Puka, really explosive. If I can get like a top five pick, I'm good there. Or I want to go to the back end.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Dave, I didn't ask for you. Was your KDS? You just said straight and just see what you had? Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, I've done about 10 drafts, and I haven't been fortunate enough to get 1 and 2 yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I try to set it straight. I don't touch it.
Yeah. Will, what about you?
I'm similar to Nelson. I think there's a lot of value in the top 4. I like how it flows in these drafts. I will say I've gotten fond of the back, especially around like the 9-10 range, especially what value can come. I feel like 12 sometimes you get locked in, especially the 4-5 turn, but that's just me.
Yep. All right. Well, like you say, it's changing all the time. So here we got 4 running backs right now. Like I said, early in the drafts, you were seeing almost 7 in the first round. Certainly 12 in the first 24, it seems like. We'll keep an eye on that. But here we got a little bit more of a yellow brick road tonight, it looks like. And there goes Omarion Hampton. So 5 running backs in the first 12. Nelson, you're doing a live stream again tomorrow. We've been making that consistent on Fridays at 10 p.m. That baby's sold out already, so that's starting to take off, right?
Yeah, that was pretty good. I was surprised by how much traction it got.
Yeah. No, I love it. I love it. We've had Dave Klug on Tuesdays at 10 p.m. I know Paul Spiteri's been doing some on Sundays at 10 p.m. We got you on Fridays at 10 p.m. So we're getting them going. Next, we're going to start filling up some matinees and midnight owls. I just want to let everyone know we are way ahead of last year's pace in the online championship. And of course, we've added 50,000 to the grand prize. So hopefully we do have to finish above where we were last year. But I'll tell you what, it's going very, very well. And we're going to keep on doing these. So, and keep looking for the live streams. They're certainly very, very popular. And again, we're not the only ones doing them. There's several others doing them.
Yeah, Greg, I credit to you guys at least exploring those options. The popularity has gone through the roof, especially like it felt like a dead zone, like little middle of June to July last year, and it's taken off a lot better this year. So
yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, June's been definitely more active in early July. As soon as training camps open up, everyone starts thinking about football. But we have filled in that void this year better than we have in the past. All right, Team 10 thinking here. So let's just go through the first round in case you can't quite see the board. It's Gibbs, Robinson, Jamar Chase, then Puka Nacua, JSN, Christian McCaffrey, Amon-Ra St. Brown went to Dave at 7, Justin Jefferson at 8, Jonathan Taylor at 9, CD Lamb at 10, Drake London at 11, and then Omarion Hampton at 12. Here we're starting to see a little run on the running backs. Chase Brown, Ashton Genty. Ashton Genty's an interesting one. I think I'll reach out to Nelson first here. I know they had an FSG draft. Ray Flowers took Genty 4th overall. He got killed for it. I mean, and he's not going that high, obviously, in online championships. What's your thoughts on Genty? Could he be better than he was last year? Can this offense be better than it was last year? What's your thoughts?
I think he's got an upgrade in the offensive play caller.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got an upgrade at quarterback, whether it's Cousins or it's Mendoza. Because I think Cousins still has a little bit left in the tank, and he can run a competent offense. So I think he's got talent. Yeah, I could see that pick, 5th overall, somewhere around there. But the offensive line, they upgraded a little bit. There's positive things that are pointing towards, a potential Genty breakout.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so Genty's ADP over the last 2 weeks in the online championship has been 8. He goes 14th here. Dave is on the clock, so Dave, you're thinking this one hard.
Yeah, I want to take one of Nelson's guys, I think, but I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know if I really want to do that or not. Screw it. I'm going to do it. Sorry, Nelson.
Nice.
Don't worry, Mike Sanders.
Oh.
New men.
What was that, Will?
I said, don't worry, Mike Sanders going to tell you that's the new men on Zay Flowers now.
That's the new men.
It is? All right. It's interesting that Bowers and McBride has been separating more. Have you been seeing that, Will? Like you said, you got Bowers at 3-1 in that one online championship. Here he goes, 2-5, which is where he's probably been going mostly in online championships.
I'm not going to say I'm slightly, because I favored Bowers over McBride, even though everybody's going to have the same take. That McBride had a phenomenal year last year. I just see up in value with Kubiak and Bowers. He's going to be the top go-getter. They're going to have to throw a little bit. There's still going to be a new offense coming in a very hard division. And, I mean, I think he's a super freak. So.
Yeah. No, I've just been surprised because early in the offseason they were going like 2 picks apart each time.
Right.
And now it's really been separated a whole lot more.
I was actually hoping for Bowers to drop to me, but he went.
That's what I was going to ask you, if you were looking at him or not.
Yeah, I was. I was debating. Yeah. I was debating between him, and then I was just going to completely flip. I was all over the place. That second pick, I didn't know if I was going to do running back, tight end, or wide receiver.
Yeah.
You are up.
All right, Nelson, what you thinking? Oh, not even hesitating, huh?
Yeah, that was my running back that I was thinking of, but oh well.
Yeah, I've been in the 4 hole quite a bit so far, and I haven't been able to pair Puka with Kenneth Walker, so I'm actually excited for the start.
All right, sounds good. Will is in the 2 hole, so he's coming up. Just so everybody knows, we have 3rd round reversal in these, so we go 1 to 12, then 12 to 1, then back 12 to 1. Hate to keep explaining it. I was on Sirius XM the other day. They asked if we'd ever get rid of it. I said, not as long as I'm alive. I guess after I'm dead, somebody else can change it, but I definitely see the results of it being balancing out every position, and the stats prove it. So now we'll always keep 3rd round reversal. Again, everything I always say, the last thing Team 1 needs right now is the first pick in round 3. In a lot of ways, he's already ahead of the board. So
yeah, I agree with that.
All right, Devonta Smith, wide receiver 1 there in Philly now.
Yes, sir. I think the new offense coordinator coming in is going to just open up that offense a lot better. Truth be told, Greg, I think the best value is still Saquon. I think with the formation that's coming basically of a descent. I don't think it's Sean McVay where I read it, but he's just a lot better in the I formation. But Devontae's going to get so much of the target share. So.
Yep. All right. Interesting builds from the first 2 rounds. We've got 3 guys that started out with 2 running backs, 3 guys that started out with 2 wide receivers, and now Team 10 starts out with 3 wide receivers. So the beauty of these live streams is not just every pick and thinking, oh, that's where he's going to go. It's really the roster builds, seeing how these guys that are paying $350 each for a chance of winning $1,500 in the league, $300,000 overall. How do they start out their foundations? How do they build these teams? And that's what we like to look at. I love 9 and 10, right? 3 running backs and 3 wide receivers. So those are fun roster builds. Taylor, Cook, Cook falling into what? Pick 16. That seems like a heck of a value for Team 9. Thoughts on, I'll go to you, Will. Thoughts on A.J. Brown going higher and higher? Here he's at 15. I mean, the trade to New England seems to give him fantasy value, right?
Absolutely. And he's in a perfect picture situation. I actually have him above London. And I think he's just going to thrive there, Greg. He's, again, with McDaniel there, again, it's all written there with especially May's play last year. I think he's going to do a really good job.
Yep. All right. Again, roster builds here. Now, Dave, you're going with the yellow brick roads here. 3 wide receivers in a row. St. Brown, Flowers, and Higgins. Talk about that start.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of been my thing. So I try to go at least 3 before I flip. But it all had to do with that second round pick.
Yeah.
So if Bowers would have fallen to me, I would have switched. And again, in round 1, if he would have taken St. Brown, I would have went C-Mac. So it all depends on how things are falling to you, right?
Yeah, definitely. But you do you feel that there's running backs values in round 4 or 5? I mean, you're not.
I really do.
Okay.
I really do.
Yeah.
I really do. I really think there's a good amount of running back value.
Yeah. All right. Team 6 starting out with 3 running backs as well. So we've got 2 teams starting out with 3 running backs. Again, we start 2 running backs and 1 flex position. So basically, these guys are starting all 3 of these running backs for both of these teams. Nelson, Jalen Waddle getting a lot of love recently.
Yeah, I think at the start of the year he was going like 4th round all over the place. I like him with these receivers here in the 3rd round. I actually think that he's set up pretty well over there in Denver with the offense, the quarterback. They obviously used a lot of draft capital to acquire him, so that gives you some confidence that, Peyton's got a plan on how he wants to use the guy. Yep. So I'm, betting on his breakout year. I mean, he's had 100 reception season, but I think that we could see like a true breakout this year from him.
Yep. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right, Will, we'll let you make your pick here, and then we'll talk about Garrett Wilson and whoever you get here. Think a little bit longer on this one. All right, so they were through 3 rounds and basically 12 minutes. So you can see that these go pretty damn quick. Everybody knows what they're doing. We got a good veteran group in this one. In fact, all these live streams, there's no cupcakes. They're all very, very difficult with lots of veterans in on these. So Terry McLaurin. All right. Well, what's the thinking on those 2? I think you muted yourself.
Of course, I did. Not tech savvy, as you saw from that AI graphic I made.
I like it.
Yeah. I just see Garrett Wilson getting a little bit more push of this year with Geno and the new system. Yeah, Frank Reich's not the best potential offensive coordinator, but he'll be the number 1. I love Terry. I think he's in for a bounce back year. It was him or Christian Watson.
All right, interesting. Yeah, I've been watching the quarterback series. I don't know if you watched it on Netflix, but Jaden Daniels is featured in there. And, he was so banged up. You just think about the games he did play. He actually had a couple of good games, but he was so banged up with 3 different injuries. I mean, if he can stay healthy, I got to believe McLaurin and everybody else will feed a lot better.
Absolutely. And, again, I think their new OC is going to be very beneficial to his game. My goodness, I'm just looking at an observation. There are almost 3 green roads, and there's almost like 2 yellow brick roads. This is insane.
It is a lot of different roster builds. I like Team 1. I talk about this an awful lot. When you get Gibbs or Robinson, you can go hero running back. I mean, that's kind of what you're doing, Will, at the 2nd spot. Team 1 goes just the opposite, though. I mean, grabs McBride. Okay, may have the best running back, best tight end, and then grabs 2 more running backs, so Kyron Williams and Travis Etienne. So interesting builds there. But, yeah, watching the roster builds is always very, very interesting. So, All right. We got Josh Allen goes as the first quarterback in round 4, pick 39. Two guys moving up in the 4th round, Luther Burden and Christian Watson. We've seen Burden go in the 3rd round, and as we get to the live events, I certainly wouldn't be surprised if Burden goes in the 3rd round. Christian Watson's definitely my Packers. Team 5 starts out with 4 wide receivers, and Watson really getting a lot of love moving on up in the 4th round here. There goes Team 6, finally getting a wide receiver after 3 running backs. And we'll see if Dave, you going to join Team 5 with 4 in a row, or
I'm debating. I'm debating. I really am.
Debating with yourself?
Yeah.
Let's hear the conversation.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
There you go.
Let's do it.
All right. What do you think Moore's going to do there in Buffalo? I mean, it was disappointing last year, and not so much on him. Just, man, they just didn't throw him the ball a whole lot.
Yeah, I think you have that veteran presence in Josh Allen. You have a solid offense. After Diggs left, I mean, they're still missing that piece on offense. So, Moore is that explosive type of receiver. You can throw short. He's got that yak. He can go deep. You can put him all over the field. So hopefully they'll utilize him, and it'll be that piece that Buffalo's needed to get over the hump.
Yeah. I was at an auction the other day, and I did take Breece Hall as my RB2. And, I think about Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall, good players. But what is Geno going to do for them this year? I mean, I'll ask you, Will, thoughts on that Jets offense. Can Geno make them better? I mean, you got Garrett Wilson. Thoughts?
It can't be worse.
Well, we saw in Las Vegas. It could be worse, maybe.
Yeah, it could be worse. No, I think it's a new retooled year with the new weapons they have. I always have love for Breece Hall. I wasn't going to take him in this draft, but the value in the 4th I think is really nice. I like what Team 8 did with that build. So
yeah. No, I got him in the auction afterwards. I was like, do I really want a Jets running back? But as an RB2, you got to hope that they can find a way to get him in the offense there more than they did last year. All right. Looking at Team 8 starts out with Jefferson, Bowers, Olave, and then gets Breece Hall. Team 9 decides not to go 4 running backs in a row. Neighbors. All right. Dave, I know your pick's coming up, but you're a Giants fan. Thoughts on Neighbors? Are you taking him at all this year?
I haven't taken him once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm scared. So he may go on PUP, and then he can help a team, in the second half. But in the 5th round, for me, I still feel it's a little early. As not knowing what his situation is.
Yeah, like
so
I said,
I might wait for the live drafts to pull a trigger on him.
All right.
Wait for more news.
While you're wearing your Giants jersey, then you'd take Neighbors, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was a bad knee injury, and he's coming back on that same stupid field too, right? Like, it's not any easier coming off ACL, and he had a second surgery. So, Nelson, are you in on him at all this year?
I'm going to wait for the discount. I'm hoping that there's, a little bit of negative news on him, and then I'll look at it as like maybe a potential buying opportunity if he falls to like the 6th round.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm a Packers fan. Josh Jacobs goes still at 46. I think nobody knows anything, right? I mean, I'm in Green Bay. I don't know. There hasn't been any news since the altercation, if you will. What do you think, Nelson? Are you waiting for more news and staying off, or thinking it might be a discount if nothing happens?
I've seen him fall to like the 5th round in some of these. I'm taking him there. I'm not too worried about him possibly getting suspended this year. I think it's going to be something where it's going to drag out if there's anything to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I do not know if there is anything to it. I mean, there's really been nothing being said in the press so far. And the Packers, brought him in for minicamp and everything and didn't want to say anything about it. So who knows? There goes David Montgomery. I like his situation in Houston. I grabbed him. So there you go, Team 7. Dave, I like that. I didn't even see it was you, but I like that.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna need some green at some point, right? So, the guy who I really like was Javonte Williams. He was in those earlier drafts. He was going in that mid or turn on 5 in the 5th round, but he seems to be moving up quite a bit as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I was hoping for him to fall to me, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen.
All right. Would you take in your man Cam Scattaboo before Montgomery if he was there?
So I have some exposure to Cam.
Yeah.
Already. So I was hoping to get Montgomery in this draft.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. There goes Travion Henderson.
You are up.
And Nelson is up.
I think this is going to be an opportunity for me to change things up from what I usually do.
Ah, I like it. I like it.
Boy. Oh, boy.
Oh Lord.
That's not bad. I like that. I like that thing. I think he's going to have an incredible year. I really do. He might even.
I usually push tight end back, and
Yeah.
I don't have any Warren, so I gotta start mixing him in.
Were you targeting him, Will, or what?
Oh yeah, don't you worry. I love Tyler Warren.
Okay.
I love early tight end. No, that was a good pick.
Do you have shares of him, I assume?
I do.
All right. Interesting here. Again, last year and the year before, we saw a whole lot of quarterbacks going early, right? We've got one quarterback going on 57 picks right now. Certainly Team 3 is not taking one, so 58. So everybody's waiting on quarterbacks. And listen, you can certainly see why. They're very, very interchangeable compared to last year's stats, but they're still the elite ones, and Allen is one of them. And I think we'll see a couple here soon. But, yeah, we could go through 5 rounds with just one quarterback being picked. And Will is up.
All right. Let's see.
While Will is thinking his pick through, I'll just remind everybody we do have a $75,000 cash bonus if you win the online championship and the primetime overall. Not easy to do, but hey, if you do, you win $675,000. So keep that in mind. We also have the $500,000 cash bonus between the primetime and the online championship. Again, winning both overalls is tough, but let's get some insurance and let's pay somebody. There goes Drake May, to Team 1.
What about your $1 million? What about your $1 million one?
Yeah, $1 million if you win the primetime and the FFWC Circa World Championship. When we throw $500,000 cash bonus. And again, we've got insurance for it, so we're rooting for somebody to win that $1 million. Will, some more Yellow Brick Road here or not?
I'm very tempted to, man, but I think I'm going to just do this because I don't have too much of it.
All right, junk guns.
Yeah, I like that.
He should be healthy to start out, right?
Yeah. He just runs hard.
Yeah.
He's a good back.
Yeah. Agreed. All right, so that's hero running back build right there, and get Bijan, go 4 wide receivers. At that point, you got a lot of different options, but getting a second running back feels the right move.
Yeah, I mean, it did in that moment, man. I didn't have, again, the real grit to go for the Yellow Brick Road. I think Quinton's going to be great in that zone. I also like Swift, but we'll live with it.
Yeah. All right. Looking good again. Interesting roster builds. That's what we're looking for. Just so many different tonight.
Oh, you see, Will, you gave him my pick.
Sorry, Dave.
Come on, man.
He almost took him himself. All right.
Hey, that guy likes the Ben Johnson offense.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, there you go.
Who doesn't?
Rome. Yep. 4 Bears taken in the last several picks. That's interesting. Burden, Loveland, Adunze, Swift, Nelson, Quentin Johnson. Any thoughts there?
I think this is like the type of pick that I could look back and ask myself what I was thinking of drafting this guy in the 6th round. There's some decent wide receivers there that I think are one guy I think is a little safer. I think there's some other guys with, just as much upside, but this year I'm in on Quentin Johnson.
Okay.
And I'm a big believer in Mike McDaniel and that offense, so I'm going to be invested in Chargers.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting offense because McDaniel mixes it up. But Harbaugh still loves to run the ball. And with the 2 tackles being healthy, I think that's why Omarion Hampton's going so early. But Herbert is certainly capable of chucking it if they can open it up a little bit more. So, Will. Okay. Goes Mekhi Lemon, the rookies. So we're starting to see a couple of rookies in this area. Carnell Tate. Team 6 goes back-to-back rookie wide receivers. Carnell Tate, Mekhi Lemon. Drake May just looking no hookup there. Josh Allen, no hookup there. Again, you don't have to have hookups, but when you get to the championship round, it never hurts to have the quarterback wide receiver hookup where you can really add on a lot of points. We've seen that through the years. Will, when you won in 2023, what was your hookup? Or didn't you have one?
Yeah, it was a unique stack, Greg. It was Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey.
Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, that was a unique stack. It wasn't an intended stack, was it?
No, not at all. I drafted Brock Purdy in the 19th round that year.
Yeah.
But hey, he had 30. He had 33 points that week, and CMC had 41.
Nice.
Arizona week 15. Yeah.
Nice. You still got any of that money, or did you spend it all already?
I'm going to just say this, Greg. I've been very boring with it.
That's good.
It helps that I have a dad that's really he's a big time official at Truist Bank. So he's just basically like, hey, good job. Here you go. Move on.
There you go. Invest that at your young age. It's going to be a pretty big nest egg for you.
Oh, yeah. Especially being a teacher, too. Shit.
Well, you have a pension and you'll have a lot of money then. So that's a good way to go. All right, let's see. Dave, Jonathan Brooks. A lot of love for Jonathan Brooks there. I like him an awful lot coming back. But Chuba's still there.
Yeah, I gotta try to get him at some point if possible, but we'll see.
Who, Chuba or Brooks?
Yeah, Chuba. I gotta try to get Chuba at some point, but we'll see.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
We'll see if it works out.
I'm
not gonna reach for him. If it happens, it happens.
Yep. There we got Joe Burrow, our 3rd quarterback going. 672 picks, and only 3 of them being quarterbacks. We've got 4 tight ends, 3 quarterbacks. There goes Tucker Kraft. Kind of a good report today. I think everyone's just speculating, though, stating that he says he's going to be ready for week 1. All Packer fans want him to be ready for week 1. I was at the game where he got hurt at Lambeau Field. They were wearing those stupid throwback jerseys for the first time from like 1933 or whatever. They looked stupid. They played stupid. And then Kraft got hurt. So all in all, it was a terrible day. But now he's a beast in that offense if he can stay healthy. So I hope he comes back by week 1. They'll definitely need him. But I actually like what the Packers are doing with the 3 wide receivers and not going with 6 of them this year. I think they'll be a little more fantasy relevant. We'll see what the other 2 can do. And Reed can stay healthy, and Kraft can stay healthy. I got my fingers crossed, but I'm hopeful.
Greg, who would you target as the touchdown leader between him and Watson, Kraft or Watson?
Well, I think Kraft, if he plays all the games, can definitely be the touchdown leader. But Watson could lead in yardage. Reed could lead in receptions, and Kraft could lead in touchdowns. I think they will mix it up a little bit that way. I just, it's interesting. Watson was relatively healthy last year after they went to that University of Madison. They sent Marshawn Lloyd there to figure out why he had all these soft tissue issues. I've talked about Marshawn Lloyd a lot. I like him. Who knows what happens with Jacobs, but not that I'm giving anything away because he's going late in drafts, but man, if that kid could stay healthy too, and we said that about Watson last year, if he could just stay healthy. So let's see if it works what they did with UW-Madison to see why he was suffering so many soft tissue issues.
There you go.
But yeah, I think all of them could lead in any of these categories, but I do think that Kraft could be the touchdown leader. Team 9, I think our first one with 4 running backs here, getting Jadarian Price in the 7th round.
That's where I was hoping to land, but I like there's a couple of things, right? He's on a team that has some injuries at that position, and you also get the free look, right? So it's a nice pick there.
Yeah, Charbonnet won't be ready right away for sure, so I would think in week 1 he's going to get an awful lot. There goes Lamar Jackson, our 4th quarterback going. Interesting rookie rounds there. Like I said, Carnell Tate went. Then we had Mekhi Lemon and Jordan Tyson in the 6th round as well. So fun to see these rookies going off the board. Dave?
Yeah.
4 wide receivers, 2 running backs.
I see a couple of yellows that I like, but I think I need to stick with green.
Yeah.
So
that's a hot name.
Yeah, Rashad White. Good receptions there.
Yeah, it's still, that backfield is kind of up in the air. And, other than McLaurin, there is someone else that I like for receptions, but I think he's going to do well there. I really do.
Yep. All right. Nelson, you've got 1 running back. Are you the only one that has just 1 running back so far?
Am I the only one?
Yeah, you are. You're the only one. That's not a bad thing, but you are the only one that has 1 running back so far.
Might stay that way through the 7th.
I'm not pressuring you to do anything.
You are on deck.
There you go. Team 6, an interesting build. There goes 3 running backs and 4 wide receivers. So I'm telling you, there's a lot of different ways to build these teams, and that's what I'm loving about it. Team 12 starts 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, grabs a quarterback, grabs a tight end. That 12 spot last year was like all yellow brick roads, it seemed like, 11 and 12. We're not quite seeing that as much this year. We are seeing running backs being taken at 12. But I swear last year, every time I did a live stream, Team 12 was going 3 running wide receivers or 4 wide receivers. There's Justin Herbert as our 5th quarterback. Can't stack him with Johnson. Sorry about that, Nelson.
Yeah, I was actually with the early tight end. I was going to push QB back anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Just trying to think who I want to pair here with these receivers.
Yeah. Oops. Jane Higgins. So you do go more yellow there. 5 wide receivers in your first 7.
Yeah, my thought behind that is that when there's not an obvious running back there that I really love, I'd rather get my 5th wide receiver in this format, even if it's a little bit early, because there's just no guarantee that the 4 receivers I took are all going to hit or stay healthy.
Yep. Do you feel like there are a lot of good running backs in the middle rounds compared to last year or not?
I think similar. I mean, last year it was a big hit with ETN, Javonte Williams, even like J.K. Dobbins got you out of the gate early. He was serviceable.
Yep.
This year, I think there's definitely a couple of guys too that could be pretty decent.
Yep. All right. Well, you've got 2 coming up here. 2 running backs, 4 wide receivers. Interesting to see where you go here.
He's going to roast me. Billy Wazowski's going to roast me because I don't have him yet. Finally. I raved about Jaden Reed. I was like, he's going to go to the moon, and he's just been a gadget. I hope, seriously, Greg, he changes it up a little bit.
Ooh, team 1.
Whoa.
2 quarterbacks.
Oh, okay. All right.
Interesting.
Now it's a party.
That's different.
All right. I mean, as far as Jaden Reed's concerned, I like the pick. I mean, again, saw him in week 1, week 2, and he got hurt. But no, the guy's talented. The slot receiver gets a lot of looks in that offense. So yeah, I like him. Wandale, start off round 8.
And Greg, I was going to take Sunshine, but you know what? I'll take a little stack guy here.
There you go. Yeah.
You are on deck.
I don't have a share of them yet.
The McLaurin Daniels stack definitely paid off in 2024 if you had it.
Yep.
Good in 2026 again if you can stay healthy. You got some McLaurin, and you got Parker Washington with a bye in week 7 as well. Not that that's too crazy, but yeah. No, I mean, if healthy, don't you think he can be a top 5 quarterback?
Oh, absolutely. He showcased it. It's just, again, if healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. He dislocated an elbow. He had the knee injury against the Packers, which he came back after missing 2 weeks, I think.
Right.
And he got banged up again, but yeah. All right. So there we go. Now the double hit on the quarterbacks for Team 1 is interesting. So
You
just
are up.
move on. All right, Nelson, where are you going on this one?
This guy's boring. Not very exciting. I just need a guy for an RB2 to get me going for start of the season. So
all right. That was a putrid offense last year. Cam Ward is featured in his quarterbacks on Netflix and seems like a good kid and everything, but every time you saw the final score, they were down 38-10 or 38-13 or something like that. But Pollard played well last year, but just that offense was terrible. And it didn't get any better after Callahan got fired either.
Yeah, new coaching staff. I think Dable, I think maybe a lot of Giants fans, maybe Dave could chime in on this, but he gets a lot of hate, but I think he's actually a pretty good offensive mind, and he's a definite upgrade from what they had last year.
Yep.
They've also surrounded Ward with some playmakers this year, so I expect that offense to take a step up.
Yeah, I agree.
Can't take a step back, that's for sure.
And Wandale actually knows the offense, so he definitely has to step up on Tate. So at the beginning, anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, Tate should hit the ground running there too. I think he should be a good wide receiver. I mean, these Ohio State receivers can come into the pros and not skip a beat for sure. The old Caleb Williams going to Team 6. Dave's hitting the green stickers hard here.
Yeah, trying to build some sort of depth.
Man, was Gainwell good with Pittsburgh last year.
Yeah, and I think with Bucky, like, you don't know what's going to happen in the start anyway. So, we'll see how that goes. But he may be a week 1 starter.
Yep.
Gainwell.
All right, both you and Nelson have not hit the quarterback position. Dave, you haven't hit QB or tight end. So interesting. All right, I always like to do like the first 10 rounds here. I'd like to just see the roster builds early on, and then we let these guys draft. But I do know my good friend Paul Spiteri is going to take it after I'm done, and him and Matt Modica is going to analyze the whole draft and then look at the roster build. So if you follow Paul Spiteri, he's going to jump on and take this from here after round 10. So, but I appreciate everybody being on. I'm going to do these every Thursday night at 10 o'clock Eastern, and we'll see if we can't do a little bit more. Now, tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, it's going to be on the Rotowire YouTube channel, but I have reunited Chris Liss and Jeff Erickson, and they have separate teams in the 4 o'clock Eastern time Footballguys Online Championship, and I think it's going to be a hoot. I think we'll all be having beers, and I think Liss will be at his best behavior, which means he'll be trash talking with Erickson. So looking forward to it. So check that one out tomorrow. I'll see if I can get it on my Twitter feed as well, but that's at 4 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. Nelson's got one tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern, then Paul Spiteri's got another one on at Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern. And I'm lining up next week's live streams with everybody already, so we're just going to keep going at this. So keep listening in and looking on this one. I did hear from Dan Jewett and Josh Bowling, and they are talking about some partners online championship with Wil. Maybe you probably know about it, but I'm loving the idea. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, the little tag team OLC. Yeah, I'm very much about it, and I can't wait to see how that comes about.
Yeah, no, I approve totally. So anything I can do to help there, but I told Josh and Dan. But yeah, very, very cool idea and should be a lot of fun. There goes Jalen Hurts to Team 11. All right, we just got Team 4, 7, 9, and 10 do not have quarterbacks at this point. There goes another.
All right, guys, I'm gonna bow out. I'm gonna go join Paul on his
Perfect.
live stream.
All right, Nelson, thanks much and have fun tomorrow. All right.
Good to see you, Nelson.
Later.
Bye, Nelson.
All right, we'll see you, man.
You are on deck.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, Dave, you probably watch a lot of these too, but it's amazing how many of these live streams are being done by our own players, and willing to show and talk about their roster builds and such like that. I just think it's fantastic. All right, Harold Fannin to Dave.
Yeah, he's actually been moving up the boards from previous drafts. I'm actually shocked that I was able to get him at 9. He's usually going in that 8th round of late.
Mm-hmm.
So, I like the value there, and I think he's going to see a lot of targets.
Yep.
In Cleveland.
Team 9 with a double tight end tap there with Pitts and Laporta is interesting, especially with 4 running backs, because you really could only start one of your tight ends now. But definitely
I feel like you see the double tap in the 10th, 11th a lot, but never like the 8, 9.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen double taps as well, and you've done it yourself, like you said, even higher than that. But
yeah, we'll see how that comes out.
Yeah, if Loveland's their flex, and if they both stay healthy, you may have an edge there at the tight end, and we'll see. I'm a Packers fan, so I'm not rooting for the Bears players to do well in anything. So
that's fair.
Of course, it's fair. Dave, you bringing your son out to Las Vegas again, or not this time?
So 2 years ago, was my son. Last year was my wife. So this year it's actually my daughter's turn.
Okay, good. I love it.
So she's actually old. She's what? She's 24.
Nice.
Chris is 23, my son.
Nice.
So yeah, we're gonna have a good time. So
very good.
It's gonna look a little awkward, like some old man with this 24-year-old girl, but
we'll let everybody know it's not a mistress or anything like that. Well,
So,
Dave, I just had the experience of walking my daughter down the aisle last month,
congrats.
and I don't know if you have done that yet, but you want to talk
No.
about one of the most emotional uh, things ever is walking your daughter down the aisle and giving her to another man, you know, and
Yeah.
I had told him there was a 50-50 chance I was just going to walk right by him and keep her to myself. But he had tears in his eyes and she had tears in her eyes, and I knew there was love there. So I handed her off to him. But
All right. Well, congratulations. That's
yeah,
great.
thank you. It is. But boy, what an emotional experience. I'll tell you that much. Oh, you know
Yeah.
what? I didn't even see the comments here. My bad. There's Joey. Sorry, guys. I didn't see the comments right away. All right. Why does Tucker go so late? Tucker Kraft, well, obviously the injury to his knee, the ACL, but if he plays all starting from week 1, oh man, we're happy to have him. That's for sure. All right, Chase, he says, ask Mr. Miles if he needs help drafting his team. Always happy to pass my expertise to him.
That must be my buddy Chase Fuller. He's in Hawaii right now.
Oh,
And he's also a Washington fan, so I don't think I need any of his expertise.
he'll like your stack then, right?
Yeah, he'll love it. He better.
All right, let's see here. What do we got? Jeremy, fun draft. Good. Yeah, it's always fun to see who comes back. I mean, we got 200, almost 240 people watching, so this is great. This is what we want to do right now. So we want to just show people what's going on and see how you do these roster builds. Again, I like to do the first 10 rounds. And then again, watch Paul Spateri. He's going to be doing it with Nelson and Matt Modica. So, all right. So let's talk your first 10 picks here. Will, what do you think?
Well, I think it's a pretty decent build. 5 wide out with Bijan. I of course will count Junkins. I like where I got Dowdle. You know, I do favor, and I think he's going to go off the board here soon, Mr. Trevor Lawrence. But at the same time, you got to mix it up sometimes. And my last note is that I did pick Kittle there. I like the reports that he's ramping up a little bit. I mean, you can't go wrong with a Kyle Shanahan offense. So.
Yep. No, it sounds like the reports are good on him. Like people are saying he could start week 1. There's been video from the tight end camp that he ran, you know, and he's looked really good. So even if he doesn't go on the pup, that's a very good pick right there. And I think he's fallen pretty far as well. So
I like the balance. I mean, not balance. I mean, when you have Bijan, you want to supply him with, of course, all the talent you can, especially the 3 wide out format.
Right.
So.
Absolutely. All right. Nice job. I appreciate you again. This is about the 3rd straight year we've done a live stream together. And actually, I'm going to have Billy on, I think, July 30th. I'm going to try to do one with Billy. So I'm going to set that up.
Well, as you've known him for many years, he'll provide all the good content for you and hopefully a good draft.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure he will. Billy is one of the charter members who the first year when we had 14 team only leagues, he won his league from the 14th spot, which was very, very hard to do. And
does Nelson know he's up? Oh, there he goes. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Bo Nix. All right. But yeah, I mean, when people talk about 3rd round reversal, it's not only that LaDainian Tomlinson dominated in 2005 and 2006. It was also the fact that we were only running 14 team leagues back then. And so it made it even tougher for teams 13 and 14 to win. So I was like, you know, we got to do something to make all the draft picks balanced here. So that's what we did. All right, Dave, before you make your pick, I'm going to ask you, are you liking what you're putting together here?
I do. There's some good balance there. I have some flex options. I have a decent bench. So and there's still a good amount of guys that I like out there. So to me, I think these middle rounds are really where the draft is made.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
Those first 5 rounds or whatever, you know, they're all studs, right? So it's however you mix them up to get the best combination.
Yeah.
But I really think that this middle part of the draft is what separates everybody in the bench that you can put together.
Yep, absolutely. All right, I do like the Matthew Golden pick there. He's going in round 10. I swear he's going to get some catches this year, guys. You just watch. This kid looks really good. I've said it before. I think he was open a lot last year for whatever reason. Love really wasn't targeting him all that much, but yeah. I like that guy. So, all right. We'll wait through Dave's pick here, and then we'll call it a night. Again, we'll do this every Thursday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, on High Stakes Fantasy Network. There you go.
That's really good value.
Yep.
I for a while there, I didn't know he was going to make it or not, but.
Well, everybody had one before you, so unless somebody was going to double up, we do see that happen sometimes.
Yeah, I've seen the double quarterback a lot.
Yeah.
At 9, 10, 11, because there's some good value there, and might as well take 2 at that point. Who knows? I mean, if something happens to somebody, just your team isn't completely crippled. You can continue.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
All right, Dave, I appreciate you joining us. Nelson, thanks for joining us. Will, thanks for joining us. Good luck in the last 10 rounds. And again, go to playnffc.com. That's playnffc.com. This is the Footballguys Online Championship. Love it, love it, love it. So good stuff there. All right, guys, thanks much. Good night. We'll see you next week.
Thanks,
Thank you, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
Thank you.
Will.
Thank you for joining us on the High Stakes Fantasy Network podcast. To get in the game, go to playnfc.com.